Yep. 3 space gaping hole in the rack. Things that make you go, Okay. So church, the gig went good. Helix was great. We already recapped that. Playing again this Sunday. So here's. Oh man. Oh, see, I have to laugh at me before you laugh at me. That's the thing about making the video. I have the opportunity to laugh at myself before you get the opportunity. Now you could just see the video, like, and then just laugh, right? But so I didn't like the FM9 at church. I didn't like the FM9 in the studio. It was always awkward. It was cables everywhere. It was like it doesn't fit anywhere. Like, it was just not cool. Dump it. I mean, I can't even make this up. So I dumped this thing last week. I get the Helix. I do great for church. I literally begin a 1-month run of writing songs. I have to write about 25 songs. Pop country, girl pop, like all kinds of music, some like kind of Bieber-y stuff, and Adele and that kind of music. They're into Lainey Wilson and all this different types of stuff. And I start working on it, and I forgot. I'm like, oh wait, I write with the Axe Effects. That's what I like to write with. I don't like really using amps when I write, because I don't really know what sound I want, so it's just I just want to click and go. I don't want to start. I don't know. I don't want to. Amps I like to track records with and to play for personal enjoyment. I don't necessarily want to sit down, and I'm not sitting here writing with a band and I've got my sound like, Zakk Wylde would do with Ozzy. He sounds like Zakk Wylde. When I'm working in the studio as a songwriter and a session guitar player, producer, I don't particularly have a sound, right? I'm trying to find a sound that's going to work for them. So I was like, oh man. Anyway, I thought it through. I dumped some gear, and I bought a new Axe 3 Turbo. Just, that's it. It's coming in because I love it for the studio, and I didn't like it for the church thing. I didn't like it as a floorboard. None of that was like the Helix. I bought this used. This I'll just use at church until it explodes. I don't have any desire to expand anything or change anything really there. I'm fine. But that's it. So that's it. So I've decided to sell my deluxe reverb too. And the deluxe reverb is fantastic, but if you've been following the videos, you know that it's underneath the rack. I just don't need it. It's cool, but it's a part of what is funding, the Axe 3. So yeah, that's it. So I bought the Axe Effects 3 Mark II Turbo. The top. This is it. This is all it. This is everything they got. And I bought an EV1 pedal, and that's it. I pulled out. I sold some stuff, and I pulled out the Fender Deluxe. And yeah, so and I was thinking, well, I don't know, maybe just I don't know. I could get the Mesa Boogie here, and I really love the Mesa for cleans. So I'm wondering if like the Marshall sounds as good as the Mesa for cleans. So let me kind of do this. So this first track here is the Mesa clean, and then this is the matchless clean. So Mesa would be on the left, which is for you is left, and matchless is on the right. And they have their stereo looped, so you'll see here I put in a little bit of H90 and a little bit of Mobius. But here you can listen to a little bit of it. This is and it's one take, so it's just panned. This is matchless, which is right, Mesa, which is left. So this is on the left, which is over there for you. This is my 800 in the clean channel. And same sound for the matchless. So, and then this is me kind of, both of these are position 2 on the Strat between the bridge and center pickup. So now this is with the Marshall instead of the Mesa. And Mesa. Marshall. They're both cool. The Mesa is definitely worth being here for a number of reasons. It's got all kinds of awesomeness, but it's got, and maybe it's the 6L6. It's got like a certain kind of, I don't know, this that I like. And we'll play a little crunch on the 800. Straight in. I don't know if anybody knows how these mods work. There's an era switch on the back, which is 60s, 70s, and 80s. 60s is the loudest and the less modded. It sounds, I don't know, it just doesn't, it's not super gainy. And then the 70s is like medium gainy, but I'm not talking like normal gainy. I'm talking like modded gainy. Not as loud as the 60s. And then 80s is like the Jose, and that's going to be the quietest with the most gain. And I bought this thing about 12 or 13 years ago. This is a Mark Cameron modded 800, and it's got it's an Ocean mod, which if anybody knows the history, it was originally designed for Doug Aldrich. Slightly lower gain, a little bit bigger sounding. I think he was playing at Whitesnake at the time, and the Jose was too mid-rangey and maybe like almost a little too 80s sounding. He wanted something more modern, probably more like moving towards like, I don't know, like an Uberschall or something. I don't know, but anyway, so, and I've had them all. I've had all different, Jose's and played them all, played real Jose's and Cameron Jose's, and I like this one. But this is now been in 70s mode for the last year or two, because it just felt like it was like too much gain, you know what I mean? Like I never need it. I never really need it heavier than this. Now I can go more gain with like the Maxon. Or like the King of Tone yellow side. Or the King of Tone red side. Or King of Tone both sides. Now we'll go yellow and Maxon 808. That's killer. But that, to me, that sounds cooler than these amps in 80s mode. That's just me. I'm not really into the, like, I'm not really as into that 80s quacky mid Soldano-y. I don't know. That's just not what I'm into. So remember, I grew up on like Leonard Skinner, and I like a little. I don't know. I still want to hear the guitar more. Though I will tell you, Ola just put out a video of him playing some tune. It's killer. I couldn't believe it. Just his playing was so sweet, and it was like this sound. I mean, he always gets the bomb sound. So anyway, so that's where we're at. I hate when I bend that sharp. Sorry about that. If I had it in me to edit, I would edit it out, but we'll just leave it in. So anyway, there you go. So Axe is coming in, and I thought after I had dumped it, because I'd had an Axe 3 for about a year or two, and then I dumped it for the FM9 because I was playing at church, and I thought, oh well, this will be the best, this will be the best of both worlds. Never liked the FM9, just don't dig it, and honestly, I just want the Axe effects for the studio. I'm not on tour. I mean, I don't want to go out and gig with it. I like the rack mount version in the studio, and then I work off of Axe Edit, and then just call it a day. But I think that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any videos of me writing songs. That's probably pretty questionable. But we are going to be mixing, I guess, is it next week that? No, in about a week and a half, Rob comes out, and we're going to be shooting videos and mixing some Scooter Page songs, moving the template in, and then I'm going to be doing vocal videos of me, getting my voice back kind of where I want it for these. And I'd asked in the last video, nobody commented, what's the deal with like doing cover songs on YouTube? And I'm not looking to do like videos of covers. I'm really looking to do videos of you guys watching me try to dial in my voice to sing these songs or play and sing. So I'm not looking to release covers, but the song will be playing in the video. What's the deal with that? I've already demonetized the YouTube about 2 years ago. And the reason I did it was because I didn't care. I don't care about the algorithm. I just do this, right? But they were putting out a lot of videos that were like things that I don't really believe in. A lot of weird, a lot of drug companies selling medication and political stuff, and I was like, hey, I don't want to make money on. I don't want anything from that, and mainly I don't want anybody to watch that comes to see my video, because I don't want to, I don't want any of that influence or anything. It's just music. So, but I have noticed they started playing videos or commercials again, and I don't know why, but there are some commercials on my site, or my YouTube, but it's not monetized. But how does that work with doing it on YouTube, having covers? So anyway, that's it. Yeah, man. Whoa. It's been a long week. Bo's back there snoring. I'm envious.